If you're thinking about applying fertilizer, it's a little early still, but in this week's Green Thumb, Rick says when you do, you may want to add some gypsum pellets as well.
Welcome to this week's Green Thumb segment with our buddy Rick Weiss here. Rick, every time we get together, I always keep an ear out for some corny puns, and you've got some for us today.
I can't add to that. You know, I've always felt, Derek, that lawn ornamentation should not only be ornamental, but should be practical too.
Okay.
I mean, look at this cool corn cob or corn stalk ornament, and we just take the cobs here and we just stick them right on there, put a little suet on the top.
Okay.
The wildlife loves it.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. Let me give you another idea.
Okay.
I know you're into baseball, Derek.
Yes.
So you might want to try this year. Cool. Wrigley Field lawn fertilizer, same technology, Scott's technology used by the groundskeepers at Wrigley Field.
Wow.
Now the secret, the secret is iron and sulfur.
Okay.
Because that's what really greens up your lawn.
Makes your lawn good. Now, warning though, you use this stuff and you play ball with your kids in the yard.
Yeah.
Wrigley Field Fertilizer, you suddenly become a horrible baseball player. So just there's a side note you need to look out for.
Send your cards, letters, and notes, care of Derek Francis at WZZM TV 13. We now rejoin Green Thumb, already in progress. Let's take a look at something else. Derek, it was Ben Franklin who said, "He who wakes up late misses the morning news." No, actually not that. He said, "He who wakes up late trots all day."
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're always trying to catch up.
Exactly. And if you want to wake up your lawn this spring, have the best lawn you've ever had, I always, early in spring, apply gypsum pellets.
Okay.
Gypsum pellets. Now, going back to Ben Franklin, this plaster of Paris. He was the ambassador to France, and he found that applying gypsum really greened up the clover fields. As a matter of fact, he took a clover field and he wrote, "This area plastered in gypsum," and it greened up much more than the other areas.
Okay.
Now the reason for it is gypsum pellets flocculate soil particles, especially if you have heavy soil.
Okay.
Now I pulled this turf back, and of course anytime you do that, you're going to hit the cable TV line.
Sure.
That's Murphy's Law.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what it does is flocculate soil particles, pulls them together so we get better penetration of water into the turf.
Okay.
Okay? So it helps loosen compacted or clay soils. It is not a substitute for core aerating or adding organics, but it helps wake up the lawn in spring.
Okay.
Now, in addition to that, gypsum pellets has its calcium sulfate. Okay. So it has calcium, an important nutrient for cell wall development of plants, and sulfur. Now, sulfur makes your nitrogen work so much harder. So, Derek, if you want that ballpark dark green look, gypsum pellets. Now, there's another advantage, and let me show you a minute over here.
All right, Rick, the question I have is how much of a gap? You put the gypsum down, how much time do you need to wait till you start doing the fertilizer?
You can do it at the same time.
Really?
If you wanted to.
Is that right?
Just wait until the soil is no longer crusty or frozen. We don't want the runoff.
Okay.
Because winter this year, unfortunately, has had a lot of longevity.
Sure.
Okay. But the other advantage with gypsum pellets, sodic soils where we have salt, either from dog evacuation, okay, or roadside salt. Again, it helps leach that salt through quicker.
Okay.
So I say, do as Ben Franklin did, wake up your lawn and use gypsum pellets in early spring.
This way you're not running all day long.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's time to start thinking about that sort of thing, isn't it?